Hello, my name is Trine, and we are in day 2 of the 10-day relationship challenge. I am guiding you through the whole 10 days of the process. And today, the task is reversed. So, yesterday, you were supposed to give positive feedback, and today, the task is to take. So, there's a few aspects to this task, and I want to first talk about the take aspect. So, give and take, and the balance of give and take is really crucial in the relationships. And it's not always that the relationships need to be 50-50 in balance. It's not possible. Sometimes our energy is low, or we are sick, or something has happened, and we are not able to give 50%. But the good news is that when we are in partner relationship, we have a partner who is very much, hopefully, willing to cover up for us. And the other days when they are low, we can cover up for them. So the give and take balances itself out, not maybe in the precise moment, but over the time. And this is what makes the relationships work. If the give and the take in the relationship is in balance. And if you notice, I am using a very specific word. It's take. It's a different word than get. Give and get would also be another way to say it, but I'm not using the word get because it's a passive word. No, I am using the word take because it is your responsibility to fulfill your needs, to make yourself happy in some sense, to take what you want and what you need out of the relationship. So when you are, maybe you noticed yesterday that when you started to do the task, when you were starting to give the positive feedback, there might have been a tint of expectation. Even the expectation could have been that the other person is ready to take what you are giving, what you are bringing. Not always happening. People are not always ready to take positive feedback. It is difficult to take it in. A good example could be about when someone is complimenting a woman about the dress. You're wearing a beautiful dress today, and what you hear back from the woman is, "Oh, this only cost 40 euros." So it's like downgrading the positive compliment that you just got. So you're not able to take. And yeah, maybe you noticed that yesterday there was some expectation. One of the examples is that they are able to take what you're bringing. The other one is that you kind of expect, if I'm giving positivity, they will give me positivity back. So it could have happened. Maybe it didn't, but yeah, it could have happened. So expectations are the hooks in our relationships, and they start causing trouble. They start causing debt, in a sense. There is a sense of someone owes us something. I said a good word for you, now you owe me a good word. So yeah, this is a trouble source for in the relationship. So it is your responsibility. If you want to have or to hear good words, positive words, it's your responsibility to go and ask for it. And a very simple thing to say is that, hey, I have this difficult situation, and all I really need right now is you to listen to me and cuddle. And that's it. I would say that usually men have the tendency, or also mothers have the tendency to try and fix the difficult situation. even if the child is coming to you and sharing that, hey, I don't know, I can't perform in my Xbox game, the game sucks, the inventors are stupid, they don't know the rules. I can share from my experience that my first response, or rather my reaction to this situation, is to say to my son that calm down. So this is the fix, and kind of don't accuse the game makers. So it's, again, I'm kind of defending some entity who I don't even know, and I don't know even if they need defending. So I'm going to rescue someone who I don't even know. It's obvious that in this situation, the child doesn't calm down because I'm not offering support. And my son couldn't even ask for the support that he needed. Fortunately, after a minute or two, I realized that I am fixing this situation, him having difficult feelings, or kind of, the problem for me was that he became physically aggressive towards his surroundings. And yeah, I realized that this is what's troubling me, and I addressed the issue. I said, you can be angry if you want, but please don't break down the house around you and don't hit other people. So I created boundaries, but I said that it's okay if he's angry. So I allowed him to be angry. So yeah, that's about taking part of the relationship. And today's task also is about taking. So you are taking various different things maybe from the other person when you go with a question, hey, why you are in a relationship with me, or expecting some good words from them. Focus. Let's talk about focus, and also why is it important. So if we talk about focus and in connection with belief, it's very common that we lack self-belief. The stories that we are telling ourselves is, I can't do it, means I'm inadequate. I don't know what to do, meaning I'm insecure. I don't understand what is expected of me. I'm completely confused. Or I'm kind of forever passing the buck, saying my failure is someone else's fault. For example, if I brought the game example, it was the game designer's fault that my son couldn't perform. But it also applies to success being someone else's service. So if you have been successful with something and someone says that this was, job well done, we tend to take ourselves for granted, our abilities, our skills for granted. And then the response is usually, oh, I had a whole team behind me, when maybe their role wasn't so big. Yeah, there are several things in play. And if we talk about lack of belief in other people, when someone comes to you with a good positive note or positive feedback, I really love the way you're cooking, or what my son is currently doing to me is he comes and hugs me and says, Mom, I love you. My first response to that is, what do you want from me? Kind of this. I'm very, very suspicious in some sense that he's out there to get me. And it's difficult. Again, I am not taking his love expressions, even though he's saying it with those exact words. So yeah, what are the stories that we are telling ourselves? If I'm kind of suspecting that my son wants something from me, what is the real story behind it? Why can't I just be a lovable mother, for example? Why why do I tell myself that, okay, he wants something out of me? And why is it important is that our lives are what we pay attention to. So yesterday I was in the office, and we have a really cool puppy running around there. And I was observing which of his behaviors get which attention. The general recommendation is that don't pay attention to negative behavior. So it happened a couple of times that the dog peed on the floor, and he got positive attention after it. So it happened, and he got to play with napkins. Someone uh, petted him, and yeah, he got positive attention. But the right or the um, recommended response to those situations would be not to pay attention, not to yell at the dog, but also not like completely ignore the dog because of the unwanted behavior. And I think it works the same with people. So if someone is behaving in a certain way and you stop giving this behavior attention, it kind of starves. You kind of starve this um, expression of the person, I would say. And it is difficult. It's not easy to not pay attention to bad behavior. Yeah, I can share from my experience. I've had a very tough summer in that sense, that my 14-year-old son has been acting out in various ways. And a lot of it is something which I don't approve of. And yeah, it's very difficult to hold myself together, not to react, not to yell at him, and only pay attention to the positive things that he's doing and kind of feed this part of him. And how am I able to do it is I have to have belief in him, that I consciously and sometimes forcefully remind that there is a good boy inside of him, and I what I need to do is I need to talk to that boy, not to the crazy rebel who is doing all sorts of stuff, but to the one who wants to live and enjoys life, and wants to grow and achieve and have adventures, and yeah, to the warm and the caring boy. And it takes only one person to believe in you is enough to fuel your growth, your change, your life, basically. And it doesn't have to be an external person, though it helps to have someone else to support you. So for that, we have in our school several group works which we have set up in a way that you have all the time support at your side when you are making sometimes easier, sometimes more difficult changes. We call this work accountability groups. So yeah. And I think that really good or really important topic about give and take is also honesty, or an aspect. So if we are not seeing what's true, good, and beautiful in ourselves, then how can we expect that others are seeing this? Or if we are not able to admit that some aspects of ourselves need work, then again, we are lying. We are lying to ourselves, and we are also lying to others in the sense that we are trying to cover it up and not make it visible. But it's not possible. They see it anyway. So stop lying. and just let's be honest, and let's base our relationships on honesty. Thank you. So time to do the task, to ask a friend, a relationship partner, a child, whoever, what is it that they value in you. And see you again tomorrow.